Hi guys, welcome back to another video. So today we're looking at AVNT again. It just made a massive move and it is crazy as you can see. So the token went like from I think $1 to as high as 2.47. This was a massive move and this is my analysis from my previous video, but again it did not hold. I did say that the possibility of going like as high as 1.5 was still there, or even like as high as 1.4 was still there, but I seriously did not expect this move. Now, why is it going up? So they have had a really good week. So this is how their week went. So starting from like Universal Leverage has a new signal with AVNT feed now live across the on-chain economy. After that, they did basically announce more listings on their equity section. They used to have like only Coinbase stock. Now they have Apple, MSFT, NVDA, Amazon. There is GOOG. There is Tesla. There is Meta. So they have more options now. Of course, the volume on equities is fairly low as of now, I would say, but again, it is something. Now after that, they had like the Coinbase perpetuals ended up announcing the listing, so that was really massive one. They had like AMA with the Get.io, as you can see here, and they also did launch AVNT on their own, as you can see here, exchange as well, and they had more updates as well. Now overall, this all had a massive impact on like the token, but I think the biggest news why the token is going up is because overall derivative market or overall derivative on-chain platforms are doing really well. So the biggest reason would be like Extra. So this is on the Binance Smart Chain. As you can see here, Extra is up really high. As you can see, it is up like over 100%, and it does have a massive market cap of 3.2 billion, whereas AVNT only has a market cap of like 500 million as of now. Now, if we look at the on-chain volume for the base, it is at like 600 million, and if we look at the Binance Smart Chain, it is like only at like around 560 million. So now I think as of now the biggest token on the base is like AVNT when it comes to derivative trading volume, and I think looking at how the Astra has performed, the possibility of like AVNT going as high as 1 billion, I think it's possible. Even if you look at like the 24-hour volume of like Astra, which is going to be which is around 1.9 billion, and if you look at AVNT, it's at 3.8 billion. So I think AVNT could pull another 2x from here. That is a possibility, and again, anything is possible, but I think that is possible as well. But if like these derivative coins do make a correction, we could see a really good correction on AVNT as well as on the Astra, so that is also a possibility as well. Now overall, as of now, it's doing really well. Now in terms of analytics, this is how it looks like. Everything seems to be doing really well. The TVL is like up, as you can see there. The new traders count is low, so that is a bit concerning, I would say, but overall I think it's looking really well. So if the new trader count was going up, I would have said that it may have like done at least 2x from here, but I think still if this continues, we could see it peak somewhere around 3.5 or even $4, the possibility. Anyways, now moving on to their fees. The fees are really high, and beside that the trading volume is like fairly good, I would say, overall. And we have this. Now in terms of like the token itself, I would say the token as of now doesn't have any problem, but the token will have a lot of problems when they do see these token unlocks for the backers as well as for the team and advisors. But still, that will happen in 2026 August or even like in July. So again, I think this token as of now does seems to be like a pretty good token, but again, buying here is not a good idea because it is already up so I think it is better to wait. Now if you want to wait, so let's look at that. Now as of now, when the token launched, we had a lot of selling happening here. So I think those are most likely airdrop farmers that sold, but as of now it's doing really well. And I think as long as it continues to hold this trend line, I think that is really good. But again, this trend line did not work out perfectly, so I will just try to do everything and we'll look at it from a fresh perspective. Now as of now, I think if it can hold this trend line in the long term, I think it would be really good. So I'm looking at this trend line as of now, so I'm expecting a retest somewhere on this trend line. Again, it may take some time, but I think this retest is inevitable for now. Again, it can also do a small retest and it can go for 3.5, but I think this surge was a massive one, so we will most likely have some sellers who will most likely would like to take some profit. So again, if you are interested in this coin, I think it is better to wait for it so that it can make a small correction as of now. Now in terms of its price, I think the correction could be as low as 1.5, that is going to be a really good entry, or it can be as low as 1.7 as well. So I'm looking at this whole range as a correction zone. So again, let's see what happens, but I think it will most likely make a correction pretty much soon, and after that it can run for that 3.5 or even $4 is the possibility. But again, it can also just make a small correction and it can also go up as well, so no one knows. But overall, I think as long as Astra continues to perform, I think AVNT will most likely follow it. So again, it does have a lot of room to grow as well, so I am looking at around 1 billion peak or even 1.5 billion peak is a possibility. And as of now, the token is not even available on the Binance. So if Binance announces the spot listing, it could be big one, but I don't think that is going to happen. Anyways, overall, I think the token is still looking good. So as long as it remains above this blue trend line, I think the token is in the uptrend. If once it goes below this trend line, I think there will be correction, but again, the token will most likely make a big correction in the future, so that is something you should know. So if that does happen, I think this whole zone is going to be a pretty good buy zone as well. So that is going to be between 1.2 to 74 cent as well. Anyways, thanks for watching. I think I covered pretty much everything. Anyways, thank you. I will be back with more. Thank you.